We came so far from dreams. The path was hard for me. They thought we fall, you see. Well, look at us now, look at us now. We make it hot when we on the scene. Yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team. Yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around. You know that I roll with some kings. We shit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we. Tell me who better than we. We soaring to places you never could reach. When we walk in that spot, don't hear none of you speak. Shh, do you want peace or the peace? A king about to put you to sleep. Listen, my team is elite. You not even qualified to compete. He starving, he barely can eat. I guess that's why he always itching for beef. So I put him on ice and I told him to chill. Close your mouth if you can't pay for the meal. Making statements that you know you don't mean. Nice guy trying to act like he mean. Keep it a buck, keep it a bean. Attitudes will put you dudes in the beam. Isekai, he don't live in reality. Shake back off, become a fatality. Yeah, how you gon' hate when you mirror us? He think he a star, he ain't serious. X him out, we not on the same frequency. If you broke, you ain't hearing us. Work the screw, anime, that's how I feel, period. We winning, that's making them furious. We make it high when we on the scene, yeah, that's 1,000 degrees. I got a grind for me and my team, yeah, you know we gon' eat. You see the crowds when we come around, you know that I roll with some kings. We shit it down, I don't hear a sound, but I ask you who better than we.
Yo, what it do, guys? It is your boy, Leo Mookie here, back to you with another new part of What If Asta Can Summon Epic Heroes. This is part 3. In the last part, Asta and Yuno know about the world that the heroes that Asta summoned from his new grimoire, which is known as the Book of the Covenant, allowing him to summon and make contracts with that of beings from a land known as Orvis, a land created from that of the corpse of a dead god. These people have fought against a being known as the Archdemon, created by that of a minor god, to destroy the lands. However, a special made human created by the goddess to save the lands and its people. However, due to certain circumstances, it seems that things were not as perfect or as good as they were before. But now, seeing that the Book of the Covenant has now come to this world, and Asta is now the current, owner of this grimoire, he now can be able to summon more and more, being that of his newest companions, Tyr, Senya, Mercedes, Karin, Senya, and Angelica, as they all wish to help him achieve his dream to become Wizard King, as they help him in ways to help him improve, which this Asta is a lot more stronger and capable in battle than he would be early on in canon, instead of just constantly running straight into battle, hoping that he basically lands a hit on his opponent after all. So yeah, even getting closer with that of his summoned companions as well, as it's now time for him and Asta to head out for the Magic Knight exam. So, with all that said, let's get into this, shall we, guys? Days have now gone by, now adding that to that being a week. Both Asta and Yuno, alongside Asta's summon heroes, as the journey there has been you would think we would have been quite annoying, but surprisingly, it's been pretty eventful. To be honest, all of them are no strangers to camping, to be fair. Some of them have done it many times on certain missions, journeys, and everything else like that. Going away, it's basically building up character and having each and every one of them get to know one another. Heck, Shira, who basically didn't want anything to do with that of Mercedes, given that she was a homunculus, is starting to warm up to her, actually, making their bond grow even more. Hell, even that of Yuno and Karin are getting close to one another as well, as they finally arrive at the capital of the Clover Kingdom, with Asta couldn't help but be basically surprised seeing that of the massive capital. Even that of Senya, alongside that of Mercedes, couldn't help but be quite shocked, while the others not really so much. Especially that of Karin, being the captain of the discipline committee at at that of the Magic Academy, places like this are a dime a dozen, to be honest, especially using magic and technology as well. Shira is not really that impressed too. To be honest, he basically sees it as pretty outdated of a kingdom, to be honest. I mean, he's seen kingdoms that are basically on the water, and even some kingdoms that are literally in the freaking air. To be honest, seeing this, not really much impressed, to be honest. As for Tyr, well, she doesn't really care that much. A place is a place, no matter what. With then, soon, all of them heading into that of the Clover Kingdom, with a few of them getting quite a bit of looks from both commoners and nobles alike. Mainly looking at, well, Asta's summons, to be honest, as their attire and clothing are completely different. Especially looking at, well, Shiri and his musket, after all. Wondering if it's some kind of weird magic staff, as the one-eyed marksman couldn't help but roll his one seen eye at the comments coming at him. With, however, Asta, alongside that of Mercedes, couldn't help but be quite impressed, wanting to look at everything. With even Senya keeping an eye on the two as well. As Angelica also wanting to keep an eye on all three of them, but also wanting to look around the Clover Kingdom as well before the Magic Night exam begins. With then, couldn't help but have that of a deadpan look on his face. With Karin couldn't help but, laugh to herself a bit, saying, "They're really full of energy today, aren't they?" Within, could help but say, "Seems so. Hopefully they're not like this all the time." Within, Karin saying, "Also, I wanted to ask, given that most likely Asta wouldn't know himself, what is it like to basically do Magic Night exam?" Within, saying, "That's one thing I don't know, Karin, actually. All I've heard from a few people that come to Hajj and to those in nearby towns say that the Magic Night exam is harder than it seems. They never really go into details about it. That's all." With then hearing this, soon she came up and say, "I see. And if that's the case, then then the rest of us need to make sure on what's the capable of." But within soon, Tyr spoke up saying, "Unfortunately, there's a chance that they won't allow us to fight. We could tell them that we are basically contracted and we were summoned by that of Asta, but what's the chances that they'll believe us and allow it? There's a chance that we may just have to sit on the sidelines and wait and see if Asta himself can basically do it, or if the exams are easy enough." Within Shiri speaking, saying, "It's a Magic Night exam, so I figured that it's going to have to do with things being magic related. Last time we checked, Asta's not really good at magic at all, in basically anything magic related, besides basically dispersing it with that of his anti-magic swords and summoning us. The Grimoire, if I last check, the Book of the Covenant doesn't really do much when it can only make contracts and summon those of beings, not really do anything else magic related to that of its caster." Within hearing that, soon the others outside of that of Asta, Mercedes, Angelica, and Senya did not feel the anticipation and anxiousness that the others feel, with even Yuno feeling somewhat worried for Asta's chances in the Magic Night exam as well. But even so, Yuno doesn't want to tell Asta this, and just possibly that is just the figure of his and Karin's imagination instead. As the group basically continue walking through the capital, even actually able to buy at least a few snacks for themselves as well, they soon or finally arrive at the location on where the Magic Night exam will be taking place. With then soon Asta saying, "All right, I'm excited now. Let's do this. You ready, Within, just nodding, saying, "Yeah, sure." With then soon getting in, as they begin to get in line, with soon they also, with the others also getting in line as well. Hopefully they won't be stopped. With then seeing that of a person checking out each and every one of everybody's grimoires, with then both Asta and Yuno show their grimoires as well. However, the girl that was basically checking out their grimoires couldn't help but notice Asta's second grimoire, the Book of the Covenant. With then she's saying, "What's with this weird grimoire? I've never seen this type of grimoire before." Within soon, Asta saying, "Oh, it's a special type of grimoire, actually." As Asta finally realized that he possibly wouldn't be able to get the grimoire that he has now wouldn't possibly be so okay with after all. But hopefully that they'll let it pass. Within soon, the clerk basically just saying, "You know what? Whatever. I don't care. As long as you can basically do the exam, just get going." Within soon, Asta couldn't help but basically take that of a huge breath of relief before heading into the arena with alongside everybody else. Within, she's saying, "Hey, where do you all? Where with him?" With then soon, just without any form of reassurance, she just basically just scoffed, saying, "I'm not getting paid enough for this shit. Come on, next." With then, Asta finally is now in the arena, couldn't help but get excited before then running into a certain someone, as they have that of a muscular appearance, a white tank top, cargo pants with that. However, they have that of a small robe on the left side of their shoulders, as they have that of spiky hair and somewhat of a stubbled beard. With then, Asta couldn't help but say, "Oh, sorry, I didn't mean to." With then noticing the person that they bumped into, they were soon about to be grabbed by that of the muscular man. Before then, soon Tyr stepped in and grabbing onto the man's arm, saying, "I would have you prefer not to basically have your hands on my contractor. Would you step aside, sir?" As the man basically looking at Tyr's grip while also looking at her as well, saying, "Strong grip, but she doesn't look that tough." But appearances can be quite deceiving, I have to say. Within soon, looking at the other unique individuals in the arena that are gathering around that of Asta, with then soon saying, "Sure, whatever," before noticing the kid saying, "Kid has no magic, and yet he's able to have people with this strong basically under him. There's something with him, or with them and all. I'll get to the bottom of it." Within soon, that's of a young man with that of light blonde, light brunette hair, with that as he has that of green eyes and wearing a green uniform, saying, "Captain Yami, you're not supposed to be down here. The captain's are supposed to be up on the on that of the podium, not down here with the participants." With then soon, I saying, "Wait, Captain, you're a captain?" With then soon, seeing the man before pulling out that of a cigarette before saying, "Yeah, I am. I only came down here to hope to find somewhere to take a shit. I just got lost, that's all." With then soon saying, "Finral," would saying, Yeah, I got it." As then the young man known as Finral creates that of a portal, as it being that of a white misty look to it. Before then, Yami and Finral walk into it. As then Asta saying, "So that was a Magic Knight captain, and Tyr, you basically grabbed onto his arm without any permission," saying, "What did you want me to? Did you want me to allow him to basically grab onto your head and basically grip it like that of a watermelon? Please." With then Sue, I saying, "Well, no, but still, I really want to make a good impression on the captains, and now." Then Shuri basically cutting off that of Asta's freaking out moment, saying, "Asta, if that guy is a captain and he's basically a dick that was about to crush your head, then maybe there's no point of basically showing off to to a bunch of stuck-up pricks like that. With then soon us saying, well, possibly, yeah, you're right. Thanks for putting my fears at ease, Shuri. Saying, don't mind. And also, I'm gonna head up to that of the stands too. With it saying, what? You're not gonna help me? Look around you, Asta. With then soon everybody looking at that of Asta and his contracted heroes. With then saying, doubtful they're going to allow us to help you out. So you better show up what you can do. But for the meantime, whatever squad you do join, we did say we'll plan on helping you out in your goal to become Wizard King. So yeah, good luck with that. But then, Shuri basically jumping up into that of the stands, catching off that of a few people. With then soon, Karin also doing the same as well. Before she's saying, good luck, Asta. You too, Yuno. With then soon, Senya saying, I will be staying with that of Lord Asta the entire time. I have no need to basically keep him at bay. We have made this contract to protect Lord Asta with our lives, and to help him in this task is what we are planning to do. With then soon, Marseille saying, I wish to do the same as well. It's what I promised that I would do anything to help Lord Asta to achieve his dream to become Wizard King. And if being part of this exam helps out, then so be it. As Mercedes says this while blushing while being next to Asta, with then Tyria basically sighing, saying, unfortunately they do have the right idea. I do wish to help you in your dream and aid you in any way I can, Asta, but in this exam, doubtful that anything that we do is going to affect on you, even though you are the one that summoned us. But even so, I wish you and Yuno the best of luck, my contractor. With then she also jumping up into the stands as well, as Asta couldn't help but feel somewhat down, realizing, guess it can't be helped. With then knowing that Senya and Mercedes are basically with him, but then realizing, wait, where's Angelica? With then soon seeing that Angelica is still in the arena, but it's basically in that of the entranceway into that of the arena, as she just waves, with then realizing she was never planning on helping. With then soon Mercedes saying, actually, she said that she would heal you in case anything bad happens. So in a way, she is doing her duty to help you, Lord Asta. Hearing that from Mercedes, Asta couldn't help but sigh, but have that of a look of reassurance and that of thankfulness. Looking at that of Angelica, as Angelica waves as well. Within soon, somebody speaks up as they come behind that of Asta, Senya, and Mercedes, saying, "Hey there, you two, you three. Well, I'm surprised. I see that you have. I saw that you have that of two grimoires. Not only that, these two lovely ladies are at your side quite a bit. Tell me, I'm guessing you three are also taking part in the exam?" Within soon, Asta was about to explain. Within soon, Senya speaking, saying, well, no, actually, we're here to help out Asta here. After all, he has summoned us to help him and aid him in his goals. With then hearing that, the guy that came up to them, being that of a blonde-haired, somewhat bland-faced guy with that of a red jacket, a casual shirt, and that of blue pants with that of suspenders over the pants as well. With wearing that of boots, saying, wait, summoned? Within soon, Marseille saying, yes, we have answered the call to that of Lord Asta here to help him in his goal to become the Wizard King. First step to doing that is to help him become a Magic Knight. So whatever happens, we'll do what we can. With then, Marseille. Please allow me to introduce myself. My name is Mercedes. With then, Mercedes basically bows her head for a bit. With then soon, Senya saying, guess I should introduce myself too. It's Senya. With then the guy saying, the name is Seiki actually. And within looking at Asta saying, with then soon saying, right, the name's Asta, man. Pleasure to meet you, dude. With Asta offering that of a handshake, saying, within Seiki basically debating on even shaking Asta's hand, as he believes, as he can't even sense a single speck of magic coming off of Asta one bit. With then saying, huh, well, whatever. As he shakes his hand, say, just as I said, Seiki, I hope you do well, and I hope you don't basically, well, put these lovely ladies down to your level. Within hearing that, both Senya and Mercedes couldn't help but glare at that of Seiki, as they basically knew what he meant by that. As for Asta saying, don't worry, I'm gonna give it my all. Just you watch, buddy. With then Seiki basically walking away saying, lucky bastard. How the hell does he able to when they said summon, is he some kind of, well, some noble playing the role of a commoner? Is this even fair? Within hearing the conversation, many of the nobles couldn't help but say, did he say, wait, one of them said summon. Wait, are you saying that those ladies are basically magical beings? Possibly spirits? No way in hell. Within, another noble saying, nah, I can sense the magic coming off of them. It's off the charts. They're possibly they really are, but why the hell did they take human forms, and why the hell are they with some damn commoner? Saying, freak. It's bad enough that I heard that he has 2 grimoires, but he also is but now he has that of a unique magic that allows him to summon familiar creatures that take the forms of beautiful ladies. Such disgust. With then and now the crowd, even those in the crowd began to mock and basically comment on Asta. Within, Shuri can up and say, despicable nobles, some things never change, no matter where the world you come from. With Tyria crossing her arms saying, exactly. So, no, it's a shame. Lord Asta has quite a bit of a struggle to go through. Bad enough he doesn't have magic, but now it seems like some have now targeted him, especially with that of Senya and Mercedes. With then Karin basically speaking up saying, let's just hope that nothing gets in the way. With soon, somebody speaks, as it being that of a man that looks in the attires of a noble, as he has that of a long robe. However, it is a custom-made magic night robe, actually, as the man also wearing that of a fancy mask. Within, the man, he speaks up, saying, good evening, everybody. I'd like to thank you and welcome you to this year's Magic Night exams. I, William Vengeance, captain of that of the Golden Dawn, would be the one overseeing the exams. Throughout the exams, we'll be testing you in each and every one of your abilities and skills. So, from now on, I hope that you're all prepared. We'll be beginning in the next 5 minutes or so. So I hope you're all ready. Within, after saying that, soon multiple birds began to come out into that of the arena, as they're basically black and red, as these birds basically fly all over the place, some pecking at least a few people, while some keeping their distance. As many people are complaining on what the hell is wrong with these birds, within another person basically saying, these are anti-magic birds. They basically get around, they peck around people whose mana levels aren't really that high. However, speaking of high mana levels, not a single one is even near that of Yuno, as he's just standing there, looking too cool for his own good, not even being pecked once. With then soon, however, speaking of somebody that is struggling, as it being Asta, as he's currently being pecked multiple times. However, due to Senya and Mercedes, they're basically trying their best to protect Asta, as Senya screaming, "Come! Don't worry, Asta. We'll protect you. Damn you, you foul birds! Step away from Asta!" As they continue doing so, with even Mercedes commenting, saying, "Don't worry, Master Asta. I'll protect you." as she was even debating using that of her lightning magic and basically just rain down thunder on every single one of them. However, realizing that she could possibly, hit some of the participants, and that's not a good idea, and she doesn't want to seem like that of a threat to people. However, let's just say those in the stands couldn't help but be shocked and surprised, and some couldn't help but laugh as well. As for Asta's summons, they all couldn't help but feel somewhat down, with even Angelica still in that of the pathway to that of the arena. She couldn't help but feel somewhat bad for Asta, Senya, and that of, Mercedes as well. Hoping that they don't have too many injuries from the pecs, especially Asta, given that it seems that, many of the aren't pecking the Dragon Knight and Homunculus. However, it seems that they're not the only ones that have noticed, as the Magic Knight captains couldn't help but a few of the captains, especially the one from before being Yami, and that of a shirtless, captain wearing, that's only basically, covering that of his chest, being that of his Magic Knight robe, as he has that of messy hair and a scar going down that of the left side of his face, as he couldn't help but have that of a permanent smirk on his face while laughing too with that of Yami. Then a few of them couldn't help, however, the other captains couldn't help but see this as that of either, not impressed or just see it as that of a disrespect. However, what stands out the most is noticing that none of the anti-magic birds have dared to peck any of the young ladies down there. Even William, who's actually noticed this too, couldn't help but be impressed that they're defending that boy all too well, but it seems like the anti-magic birds haven't even bothered even touching or even, getting close to that of the girls as they're being swept away. Maybe believing that they are that young man's somehow, familiars in a way, or that of spirit pact bearers, to be honest. Then soon, as time comes to an end, within all of the anti-magic birds basically being dispersed out of the arena, within soon, Asta couldn't help but sigh in relief, say, that takes care of that. However, before Asta could say anything, within Mercedes saying, Master Asta, your head. Within soon, feeling something on his head as it being another anti-magic bird. However, this one had that of a somewhat bland and not even bothered look on their face. Within soon, suddenly saying, foul creature. Within, as she tries to knock it off of Asta's head, it just jumps up before landing back on his head. Feeling annoyed, she tries to keep on grabbing it over and over and over again before getting too annoyed and just lunges for it. At the same time, basically pounces on that of Asta, with Asta freaking out, she landing on Asta on the ground, however, Mercedes, on the other hand, wanting to help out Asta, however, seeing the situation that him and, Senya basically are in, basically makes her entire face go red, with a tinge of jealousy as well, with Asta face also going red for two reasons. One being between that of, Senya's chest, and also because he's losing breath because of her armor, even though there's barely any pieces covering her besides the important bits. It's still heavy as hell for that of a normal person that isn't a Dragon Knight after all. Within, Senya also basically blushing too and getting off of Asta, saying, I am so sorry, Asta. I didn't mean to. I was trying to help get rid of that bird, but then realizing, wait, this situation, it's just like one of the romance novels I've actually read a couple days ago. A misunderstanding lets that of a young woman basically slamming onto a boy that she likes? This is quite intuitive. Does that mean... Within, looking at Asta, still red-faced and now trying to catch his breath, within Mercedes basically lifting him up, as then Senny saying, is this possible that I may have feelings for Asta? with then she basically pondering it, thinking about what's possible, as the situation basically almost like that of a sitcom to everybody else around them. With as for even Yuno, he couldn't help but roll his eyes, but still have that of a casual smile seeing the situation. Still loving the fact that Asta has people that care about him outside of just him, the kids at the orphanage and Sister Lily, alongside that of Father Orphe as well. With then soon, Vanjan speaking up saying, "Now, with all of that taken care of, let us truly begin the Magic Night exam." With soon, he uses his grimoire as his grimoire being that of tree magic, as he creates that of a giant tree in the center of the arena. Before then, branches begin to sprout out, before the branches turn into that of brooms. Within, those brooms basically fly to each and every one of the participants. As then, Vanjan saying, "We will test your control with that of your brooms. See how high and how far you can go on them." With then, soon Asta having his broom. As then, Senya saying, "I've never seen you on a broom before, Asta." Within, Marseille saying, "Same here. I've never seen you on a broom as well." With then, soon, Shuri speaking, saying, "That's because since Asta doesn't have any magic, he's not going to be on a broom. I've seen Yuno on a broom plenty of times." Within, Karin speaking, saying, "Same. He's actually quite capable on a broom. It's the reason that he didn't bother flying here on a broom, which would have cut his time quite a bit, is because, as Tyria finishes saying, it's because he wanted to just travel with us and with that of Asta as well, to show that they're both still equal, even though Asta may have a grimoire and he still doesn't have magic, which is going to be, again, the reason he may not become a Magic Knight this year. But even so, with then soon all of them having that of a serious face before looking down, seeing that everybody else is flying or looking up as well, as they notice a certain ravenette with that of amber eyes is basically flying around with pretty good control, as Yuno is basically flying around almost like that of a pro, even impressing quite a bit of the captains. As for Asta, on the other hand, he's struggling quite a bit to even fly up even that of a centimeter, even almost looking like he's trying to take that of a shit. With then soon, even Senya saying, "Asta, I think this isn't going to help," saying, "No, I can do this, I can." With then soon, he begins to notice that he's levitating and saying, "I'm doing it, with then noticing that the book that Mercedes uses for that of her magic, especially amplifying it, as Mercedes basically smiling while saying, "Just trying to do what I can to help you out, Asta. With it, am I doing good?" With then soon Asta feeling somewhat embarrassed, saying, "Yeah, you're doing great, Mercedes. Thanks for the boost." With then soon Mercedes feeling happy from the compliment alone, couldn't help but, basically blush and turn away a bit. With then soon, everybody else still continuing laughing at that of Asta. With the interior commenting saying, "Well, at least she's trying. That's all we can ask for." With all of them couldn't help but nod, but still feel somewhat sad, down for that of Asta. With even Seiki basically making some comments here and there just to make fun of Asta, as both Mercedes and Senya couldn't help but get annoyed at, his comments. With then soon, the next event, Magic Control actually, basically showing that if they have that of better control over their magic than anyone else. Unfortunately, once again, Asta doesn't have that of any magic whatsoever, so he can't control anything. However, on that of Senya's point of view, using that of her elemental affinity to that of Earth, actually, and with and also that of her draconic aura, whatever the thing that she controls is that of multiple magic items engulfed in that of the dragon spirit within her. Within, soon everybody couldn't help but be impressed. Within, soon Cindy saying, I do this in the name of my contractor, Lord Asta. Within, Asta and Mercedes couldn't help but be excited. Within, some couldn't help but say that that's basically cheating, that he didn't do anything himself and just relied on her. Within, the next event being that of magic senses as well. However, there's only a few people, since that of mana sense is pretty rare. Only a select few have this ability, to be honest. Hell, Yuno has it pretty damn well. But even so, people could still sense at least that of abundance of mana, even if they don't have that of a true sensory ability to sense it in its entirety, or specific mana signatures. However, Asta summons, on the other hand, each hero can sense and basically, detect each and every one of people's different forms of magic and abilities after all. It's pretty easy to dictate on what they can do, even their elemental affinity pretty easily without even, asking a person what it is. Which shows pretty easily for both Mercedes and Senya. The next exam will be that of precision, as many people use their specific type of magic to aim at a target and see what they're capable of doing to see if they can hit the bullseye on that of the target, as some are able to do so, while some not so much. Yuno hits it dead center in the target as well. Next up is Asta, as he was about to bring out that of his anti-magic sword and basically throw it at the target. However, Mercedes basically steps in before then using that of her grimoire as she begins to float up into the air, before then saying, scatter! Within, soon, a bolt of lightning without even any storm clouds coming basically hits that of the target, disintegrating it in its entirety. Within, everybody couldn't help but be completely shocked and surprised. Within, Mercedes saying, did I do good, Master Asta? Saying, yeah. What? You really destroyed it? That is so awesome! Within, Mercedes still blushing once again from the compliment. Even Senya couldn't help but be impressed, trying to have that of a smug look to everybody basically watching them, knowing that they are. Within, the last exam being that of one-on-one combat. Within, everybody getting that of opponents with evens, as Asta wanted to take on that of Yuno to show on who the two of them are truly the best. However, soon Yuno gets tagged away by that of an arrogant noble, wanting to put him in his place, even though he has that of a four-leaf clover grimoire. Within, Asta couldn't help but have that of a down look to him, saying, seriously? With soon, Seiki coming up to him saying, I can fight you, actually. Within, Asta saying, wait, seriously? Oh man, that is awesome. Thanks, Seiki. But then Seiki saying, yeah, I just want to fight you so I can basically put you in your place. Within, soon, Asta saying, wait, what? As then, soon, Mercedes alongside Senya, even some of his other epic summons couldn't help but notice on where this is going. Within saying, seriously, you've basically relied on all of those girls for this entire exam entirely. They say that they're basically your so-called spirit familiars and whatsoever, but everyone already sees them as basically people who are taking the exam, and some even just see you as basically taking advantage of two innocent girls, to be honest. Don't you have any shame? Within, soon, Asta hearing that, he couldn't help but get annoyed at each and every one of Seiki's comments towards them, since they are basically his summons. They are contracted to him, and they have done everything they can to help him. And especially Senya and Mercedes, where they didn't even need to, and yet they chose to because they wanted to, even though the others also wanted to help out too. They felt like they couldn't, knowing the situation. Hell, even Asta is aware, but even so, he still wanted to prove himself. He still wanted to show that he is not useless. Just because he doesn't have magic doesn't mean he can't achieve his dream. With then soon clenching his fist, saying, "All right then, you and me, right here and now." With then soon Seiki can't help but smile, saying, "Good. I've been wanting to put a freak like you in your place." Within opening up his three-leaf clover grimoire as a light blue heel basically appears, saying, "I'll show you the power of my bronze magic. No way a little strip like you could basically beat me, even with those lovely ladies' abilities to do whatever they can to basically bust through my shield. It wouldn't prove anything. It just proves that you rely on them too." But then soon Asta saying, "Mercedes, Senya, let me handle this." Within soon Mercedes saying, "Of course, Master Asta." "Kick his ass, Asta. I like to see him basically groveling on the ground for forgiveness." Within, after hearing the words from the ladies, especially hearing their confidence in Asta, he couldn't help but just them basically boasting or trying to cope, knowing that he's not going to do anything. However, in a blink of an eye, at blinding speeds, Asta is already on that of Seiki, as he's not as his body is not even aware. With then pulling out that of the Demon Slayer sword from his five-leaf clover grimoire, and that of one powerful swing down, he destroys both that of the barrier round that of Seiki, slamming him into the ground. Before then, soon, basically kicking him in the face, sending him flying up into the air before landing. As then he created that of a fast, sonic boom because of how fast he was going. With then soon Karin saying, "Wow, he's improved quite a bit from his speed alone." With then Shiri saying, "Yeah, our training him has basically improved him quite a bit. Hell, he's so fast I don't even think anybody actually noticed that he didn't just he didn't just break through his shield with his anti-magic sword either and slam onto the ground, but I believe he also kicked him in the face. Gotta say, I'm quite impressed." With then, even Tyria couldn't help but nod and impressed about her contractor as well. With then, Angelica couldn't help but sigh, saying, "That's a bit overkill, Asta, but I think I probably would have done the same too, for basically hurting your feelings all this time." With then soon having that of the Demon Slayer sword on his shoulders, with then Seiki basically landing back on the ground. However, he's completely out cold, and as his body is basically entirely twitching. With then soon Asta not even bothering saying anything to the guy, is he's just not even going to listen after all. Within soon, Yuno couldn't help but be entirely smirking and excited, saying, "That's what I expect, nothing less from my rival. He's improved quite a bit. Even I couldn't even see on how fast he was going." With many of the captains saying, "Did he use that of strength, body amplification magic? Possibly even that of speed magic too? Maybe wind magic as well?" With then Yami saying, "Nope, not one bit. That was pure, unadulterated muscle and natural speed. No magic whatsoever used." Not only that, those ladies are basically all their credit is going to him, but he's also basically he's able to fight on his own too. And that sword, I don't sense a bit of magic coming off of it, and yet it was able to break through that guy's barrier without even breaking a sweat. Within soon, a red-haired man wearing that of a custom-made captain's robe as well couldn't help but say, he's quite skilled in combat. Plus, even if those ladies fought as well, they would also possibly bring that participant down without even breaking a sweat as well. If those two ladies truly are familiars, within soon looking at those in the stands, being that of Shuri, Karin, and Tyria, alongside that of Angelica as well, as the man was also able to sense her, as he's noticed that there's one person basically hovering in that of the entrance into the alley, into that of the arena, as he realized, it seems like they're not joking. I can even sense a bit of a pact between something similar to that of a mage spirit pact, actually. Now this is quite interesting, I will say. With then soon the exam finally coming to that of the end. With then it's now the evening, as soon William Vongen speaks up once again, saying, we would ask you by that of your number participation to come up. If any of the captains like your performance, we will raise our thumbs to show you that we accept you into our Magic Knight squads. However, if not all the captains raise their thumbs, and there's only select ones, then you are only forced to choose the ones that are available, even if it's only just one. If we raise our thumbs to neither, then you're out of luck, and there's no chance, and you fail this year's Magic Knight exam. Within hearing that, Asta couldn't help but gulp, in the fact that he most likely possibly not gotten anyone to, vote for him at all. However, even so, many of his summons are there by his side, waiting for the opportunity. Within, by one, each of them have now been called to the Magic Knight to be judged and to be chosen, after all. Within soon, next up is Yuno, as Yuno has that of multiple offers, with each of the captains raising their thumb, even that of a certain female captain that normally allows that a Magic Knight squad that normally only allows that of females, but surprisingly allowing that of a male to join instead. With then soon Yuno speaking, saying, seeing that all of you have offered me, I must ask, which of the Magic Knight squads would get me to become the Wizard King the fastest? Within hearing this, everybody couldn't help but be shocked. Even Asta couldn't help but be shocked about the audacity of that of Yuno, if even getting annoyed at the fact that he just blurted out like that. As Vongen speaks up with that of a smirk and a smile, saying, well, that would be I, Captain of the Golden Dawn. We work directly under that of the Wizard King himself, and we have that of the most track record, out of all of our missions as well. We will be the perfect squad for you, young Yuno. With then hearing that saying, then I joined the Golden Dawn. After saying that, William saying, great, amazing choice. Within soon, Asta's number was soon called out, as he's now in the center. Within looking back at everybody else, as they couldn't help but give him a smile, thumbs up, and that of a nod as well. Within soon, hoping that somebody would vote for him, as then seeing that none of them do. No thumbs whatsoever. As then, Asta couldn't help but be shaking even his fist, within saying, even if I don't have any offers, even if I fail this year, it doesn't matter. I'll come back again and again and again. And I'll join the Magic Magic Knights. I'm going to become the Wizard King, no matter what. Having that of conviction through that of his voice, the others couldn't help but smile, even Yuno as well. Within soon, Yami speaks up, saying, that's all pretty words you got there, kid, but words alone won't stop you. And honestly, you're surprised that none of us basically offered up any thumbs for you? You're an enigma, an anomaly. First, you don't have any magic whatsoever. Then you have that of 2 grimoires. Third, you have that of multiple people who literally say that they'll serve you, and and yet many of them could have joined out of the Magic Knight squads if they wanted to, and yet none of them did. Then you have that of two ladies basically helping you out throughout the entirety of the exam. To be honest, you had to be one of the weirdest kids in this entire exam. As Yami says all of this, a bit of his mana begins to leak out, and that of killing intent, as it engulfs that of Asta. However, soon, Yami saying, even with all of that, even with every single one of them, you still want to believe that you can become the Wizard King? Do you really believe that? With then, soon, Asta shaking from that of the pressure, before then, soon, Yami pulls out that of his katana, as then clashes with that of Karin. Within soon, Shuri pulling out that of instead of pulling out that of his musket, he pulls out that of his handgun, straight into that of Yami's face. Within even Senya having that of her lance pointed at that of Yami's back. Within Evangelica standing on that other side to prepare in case anything becomes bad, by protecting or healing anybody nearby, but is not afraid to step in case. Tyria also having her halberd on the side as well. However, she's in that of a stance that she can basically decapitate Yami in one fell swoop if need be. As for Mercedes, she having that of her hand crackling with that of lightning, waiting for the perfect opportunity, as she's just wanting Yami to basically do something stupid, especially about all of the insults that she said to that of Asta. With then Asta seeing this, before then getting that of a second wind of confidence, saying, I am. And like I said, either through heaven or hell, high or basically low water, I will, no matter what, become Wizard King. Because you want to know why? It's because I have them by my side more than anything. I'm never alone because I have those who actually believe in my dream no matter what. With then, after saying that, with soon Yami also noticing that the determination, the killing intent, and the magical power coming off of them. Hell, even a few of the captains above were about to step in, especially a certain female captain as well. Within even Finral, alongside that of another Magic Knight that also having the same robe as that of Finral as well, and Yami was wanting to step in too to protect their captain. Within, Yami couldn't help but laugh, saying, now that's what I'm talking about. Alright, you guys can basically put down your weapons. Seriously, what the heck are you even wielding, kid? Within looking at Shuri, saying, it's none of your business. And plus, you were testing Asta, weren't you? Within, soon, Karin sheathing that of her katana, saying, of course he was. After all, he is a man of strength and convictions, I can tell. Within saying, you got a katana too? Huh. I'm guessing, but even though of your attire, are you and I come from the same homeland by any chance? Saying, doubtful, but we do have, but our cultures may be the same though. Within Tyria speaking, saying, this was nothing but a test to test Asta's conviction, his determination if he had the drive to become a Magic Knight, and his dream to become the Wizard King, was it not? With then soon Yami saying, yeah. But like I said, no captain in their right mind would want a kid with no magic. Except you're looking at the one that doesn't have the right mind. As Asta and the others couldn't help but be shocked and surprised before he introduces himself. The name is Yami Sukahiro, captain of the Black Bulls, aka the worst Magic Knight squad known to man. Just let you know, just like the Golden Dawn, the Black Bulls take missions straight from the Wizard King himself as well, even though we are considered the worst of the worst. But even with that title, even with us being the worst, you still want to strive to become the Wizard King? with all of the baggage holding you down? With then soon, Asta gritting his teeth, but also having out of a look of conviction and determination saying, "You bet I am. Even if I am started at the worst squad of them all, I'm still going to strive to become Wizard King. Nothing's going to stop me. You hear me?" With then Yami saying, "Well, welcome aboard, Asta, to the Black Bulls." After hearing that, Asta couldn't help but be excited and happy that he's now a Magic Knight. Before then, Mercedes, Senya, Angelica all couldn't help but basically clinging on to that of Asta, tackling them into that of a bear hug, into that of congratulations as well. As Tyria, Shuri, and Kyren couldn't help but smile in that of joy. With then soon Yami saying, "Yo, Finral, let's get going." With then Finral hearing his name saying, "But Captain, the Magic Knight exam isn't over," saying, "We got what we wanted. And besides, even officially we get one member, we got multiple members now." With that, looking at the rest of Asta's epic heroes, with then soon Finral saying, "Wait, what? You can't be." Before Finral could finish, a man wearing that face makeup with that black eyeliner, a Black Bull's cap, while also wearing that of an all dark uniform, basically speaks saying, "If this is what the captain wants, it's what the captain wants, Finral. Can't overrule it after all." As this being Gordon, the other Black Bull's Magic Knight that came. However, he says all of this whispering. However, Tyria, alongside that, Senya could actually hear Gordon's whispered mumbling actually. With then soon Tyria can up and say, "You are one unique man if that's the case." With then soon Yami saying, whatever. But like I said, Finral, open the gate to the hideout, saying, as Finral couldn't help but sigh, saying, Fine. With soon, after opening that of a portal, a spatial portal, but then Yami going over to Asta, with Asta basically wondering, Captain? But then grabbing him by his head, as then everybody is completely and utterly shocked. Even Tyria, who would have reacted sooner than later, was completely caught off guard. Eyes widening and everything, saying, "You better get going, kid. I don't like to wait." Within throwing Asta through the portal, as then soon all of them, even that of Tyria, couldn't help but shout out, "Asta!" Rushing in the portal one by one, alongside that of Gordon and that of Yami. However, Kyren actually looking back and staring at Yuno, with Yuno basically still having the same bland look. As for Kyren, she couldn't help but smile and basically thinks, "Good luck, Yuno. I hope we all meet again." With then going into the portal alongside that of Finral. As for Yuno, he also couldn't help but smile, hoping to see Asta and the others again in the future. Before Vanjit saying, "Shall we go?" Yuno saying, "Yes, Captain." As the two four-leaf clover grimoire users leave the Magic Knight exam, with each and every one of participants also getting into Magic Knight squads or not as well, as the Magic Knight exam comes to an end. And that's it. Thank you guys for watching. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Please tell me what you guys think in the comments below. And sorry that this was way too damn long. Honestly, this took forever for me, mainly because I wanted to add that of the commentary between that of the heroes as well, besides just, Asta and everything else happening. And also remember, this Asta is a lot more self-conscious after all. He's still loud and obnoxious, but he's aware of his own shortcomings, to be honest. So be prepared for a lot more Asta doubting himself from time to time, but still reassuring of himself too. But with the help of the others, Asta is still going to be Asta either way. So, if you guys like this, please like, comment, and subscribe. Hit that bell notification to keep to date my videos and upload to the channel. Also, please check out my Discord, my gaming channel, my side channel, my other channel, my Patreon, and my Cash App. All link in the description below. So, with all that said, this is Leon Mookie, signing out. Later, guys, and hope you all take care. Take it away, Shiro.
Hi everyone, this is White Fox. If you liked Leon's video, click the video on the left to see the most recent one. And if you want to see more of this, click the subscribe button and notification bell and check out his playlists. If you still haven't subscribed, do so in the center. With that said, I hope to see you again on my love's channel. Bye!